Hello, America. This is
the fastest 2 hours in radio.
I think we really need like an intellectual revolution.
Now, of course, this is not so much a show as it is a special event.
The Morning Edge with Fox 2's Vic Faust,
We need to have a little talk here.
Chris Knight,
Hang on.
and Eric Johnson.
The more bizarre he gets,
The more people like him.
A complex mechanism that in itself must be operated by an even more complex entity, you.
The Morning Edge starts now.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Good morning. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday already. Gotta love a Monday off at the beginning of the week because it really does, really does make the rest of the week go faster. Doesn't seem like it's Wednesday already, but we'll take that every now and then. You've listened and come into the Edge now. We're glad you're here. Been doing it for over 2 years. Over 2 years now. Well over 2 years.
Boy, time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, when's the last time you did a radio show for over 2 years and showed up every day to do it, Chris?
Oh, all the time.
Never.
Yeah,
You've never been here every day before, have you?
every day.
All right. It is The Edge. We are the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Right here, you can join us on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. As always, share the show. Let people know what we're doing. We think we do it better than anybody else. We do. It's not being arrogant or conceited. We just feel like we have something nobody else has. And that's why we do it every day. If you ever want to give us a call, you can. The phone number 636-695-2915, 636-695-2915. You can also stream us at viperrocks.com. Hell, I think we're still on YouTube, right?
Yes.
The Morning Edge.
Of course.
I figured we were still there, just wasn't sure. We've got like 15, 16 different topics, but it's not often that Chris says, hey, man, we should talk about Lufthansa.
Yeah.
Lufthansa.
How about that?
Chris is an aviation guy.
No, I am, but I'm kind of excited because we're finally going to see nonstop flights to Europe.
Yes.
I think
How
we're
many
making progress.
How many times are you going to go to Europe? 0?
Oh, no.
You'll go?
Oh, I'm going this year.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that surprises me.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been to Germany?
No, I haven't.
Oh, wow.
However, at some point in time, when I'm less busy, although I don't trust other, I'm one of these people. Lots of people love to travel. I want to travel here. I travel there, and hey, more power to you.
That's me.
I don't like to travel.
Really?
I just don't. I despise the whole process.
Well, that's a shame.
The
I
whole
do.
thing, not just like missing your own bed,
Right.
Well,
miss
right.
the travel.
Well, I mean, if you get to said location in a very, very, very warm, safe environment, I don't trust the world, and I don't trust more and more that's going on. I've always worried about
You trust Joe Biden?
like the movie Taken or something. I've just never ever. I mean, I went to Hawaii and I was like, oh, I had to be on a
can
freaking
go to
plane
Hawaii.
for 8 hours. That was a disaster. I hated that. I was
Why?
like, because I was stuck in that freaking tube for 8 hours. Jamaica was bad. I was in Jamaica. Jamaica was better. It was a shorter flight,
Mm-hmm.
but it was fine once you get there. But even when I was in, it's just, I don't know. I just always feel like I'm looking over my shoulder.
Really?
In other countries.
See, I'm the one when we just went to Cozumel, when on the way to the airport when we were leaving, our taxi driver was like, "Are you hungry?" And we said, "Yeah." And he said, "Best taco shop. You put your bag in and then walk outside the airport about a block away, and there's a taco shop with like a yellow roof." And we totally did it. And it was the best meal I had in Mexico.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, I would like, there was one trip that I would make, and that's because when we did our family tree and found out where the family was from, to a place kind of on the border of France, Germany. So Chris talks about heading
That'd be cool.
maybe to go check out Alsace-Lorraine, France, where the Faust family is from. But
Nice.
So anyway, from that area. So maybe, but Chris, that would be awesome. Where are you going to go in Europe this year, Chris?
Frankfurt, Germany.
Why Frankfurt?
Because there's a manufacturer over there for aircraft parts. So
this is business related.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Then it's not just for you going for, hey,
Oh, no.
I'm
No, but
going
I mean-
to this wonderful destination called Frankfurt.
But just because you're going to a business meeting doesn't mean you're not going to go over to Paris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, if you're there, you're there. You might as well do your thing. And a nonstop flight from here to Frankfurt's 10 hours.
Well, by the time you do that, maybe public transportation mask will be back in place because now you have the DOJ on behalf of President Biden administration asking the court as of yesterday to please put mask back on for public transportation.
I hope you're wrong.
And there ain't no way. No, well, it's not me being wrong. What I said is 100% true. You hope that it doesn't happen.
That's right.
I just don't like this. I'm with Chris.
What the hell?
No.
What the hell? You gonna take a trip to Europe with a mask on again, Chris?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That could be back in play.
That'd be a long
It's-
10 hours.
But I hope it's not.
Insane. Like I said, we've got 20. I mean, at least 20 topics we can get to today. We got so much. That's what we cover so quickly. But that was the one there. The flights across seas. Yeah, so it's good coming out of St. Louis. Something's better than nothing here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you're at Lambert and you're in the St. Louis area, any business, because we know we just don't get the business for a lot of entities that other cities around us seem to be getting. Now, we can debate with the John Parkers of the world and what St. Louis is actually getting. There's not big business coming to St. Louis. There just isn't. There is not. If there is, give me the list so we can do the news on it because it's not. We look every day. But Lufthansa taking off would be a great, great situation. That's a good topic. I'll get it in out of the way real quick this morning. Good morning to everybody who's jumping in. Somebody else doesn't like to travel. Kimberly, like I do. And Aaron says they're rich people problems. Regardless. So it's just a matter of I just like my own deal. It's not that I don't want to have to travel over and over and over, long flights, that sort of a situation.
Yeah.
Besides, I don't know, maybe if my life was different, I might like to. But when you work all day long and you're so busy, it's like, how in the hell if I go do that? That's are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have 20 things as soon as I get back that I'm never going to get done. So hey, if you can travel, more power to you.
Yeah. Now, do your kids want to go somewhere? Would you go for them if they were like, yes, this
I
is
travel here. You know my traveling? I had like 7 trips this summer.
Sports, though.
Sports. That's what I've been doing for 15 years or 14 years, traveling.
But like a graduation gift, if he's like, I want to go here, Dad, you're gonna hop on that plane and go.
Maybe, but
Hey.
I don't know. We'll see. But my kids haven't been that way either.
No.
It's because every weekend it's something sports. Like I said, maybe at a different time, at a different life.
That was me in high school.
I've got
all the
7.
time.
Yeah. I mean, people are like, oh, you traveling where? I was like, yeah, I've done 10 trips this year. I've been to Baltimore. I'm going to Baltimore, Chicago, Indianapolis, Nashville. That stuff takes up time. It's a ton of money. Hotels, even too. You're talking about weekends. Before you know it, you spent $1,000, $2,000 on a weekend, and then compound that by 7, 8 trips, and then that's not including all the sports money that go. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's my travel. I travel regionally.
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
I haven't been
North
there in a while.
Carolina, Dallas. I mean, I'm traveling all over. I do travel. That's why I hate traveling, because I am traveling. Their weekend stuff. It's all of that.
You're
then you
a
look at the bank
weekend
account, and
warrior,
it's
aren't
like,
you?
okay, I have $0, and I have traveled all over the region. So anyway, we'll go there. Drew, I'll give you your shout out here. The Durham report turning out a complete waste of money. Actually, it was not a complete waste of money. What a complete waste of money was all of the time, effort that was spent on the Russia hoax, which was a Russia hoax, Drew. I'm sorry to correct you there, buddy.
No kidding.
I'm not trying to be mean, man, but you're more educated than that. I think you are. I think you have the brain to realize what was going on with that. Maybe not. I don't know. Just because.
But there is one thing that you and Drew agree on, and that's that Colorado's going to win the Stanley Cup.
Well, they won last night. Hockey's different. They won 8-6, 14 goals scored in their first game.
No defense.
But I thought Colorado was going to win the cup even before they played the Blues, just because I haven't seen an offensive team like that. Nobody can stop them, and there is no defense in the NHL that can. The Blues had the best matchup, and I just think that'll happen throughout the entire playoffs, that they're in it, that they won't face a team that's as tough as the Blues. They got past the Blues, and that was their big deal that they had to get past. So anyway, you got that. What I was talking about, oh my God, where's my computer going back here? the whole situation that we were talking about with the Sussman trial, the attorney, the special counsel, Robert, did not, the whole thing that we talked about, the Dunham trial of Sussman, Sussman he was not found to be guilty during the trial. It stemmed from special counsel John Durham's years-long investigation into the origins of the Trump-Russia hoax. It's not even a probe anymore. It was a hoax. And we already know now. There are people who say, oh, well, it shouldn't have happened, like Drew, because it was just a waste of money. But actually, the waste of time and money was the whole situation, because what came out of this was now you have Hillary Clinton directly tied to allowing a fake report, a fake story, lies, rumors to be attached to Trump because of her hatred for him, because she got beat. She got her ass kicked.
And she admitted to it.
Yes. So you got to be careful about your national headlines. That's why I say you can't trust national news. There's only one station you can, and it's News Nation by Nexstar. Outside of that, be very careful. So what did come out of that is it just showed again what Hillary Clinton allowed and did. And it's unfortunate that we have people in positions like that would allow lies and rumors to go on. And it was a hoax. It's already been proven to be a hoax. National media won't tell you that.
No.
And on the heels of that, you now have Trump threatening legal action against the Pulitzer Committee because they gave an award out on the coverage of it, because everything in life, and if you don't realize yet, and if you're new to the show, most of the things you see in life, they're coordinated behind the scenes. They are. They just are. I see it every freaking day, and it drives me crazy. So he has now come out and said, you can't give award, a Pulitzer Award for coverage of a story that's fake, false, and it was only done to try to eliminate any possibility he had at success in politics, whether you like that guy or not. So there you go. We'll see if anything happens with that, what the Pulitzer Committee does. They probably won't do anything, but I don't know. We'll see it.
It's sad because it's like politics, it's dirty, but...
Sussman was found innocent, yes, of those charges. But what came out of that was Hillary's role in all of that. So just because one man is, quote, found innocent doesn't mean that nothing came out of it. It showed, again, what Hillary did in her role and that whole group of trying to put out a false narrative against an innocent man, whether you like him or not. Cedric says, you're damn right it is, Vic, talking about things being coordinated behind the scenes from the highest levels of government all the way down. He says it's called selling your soul. Kimberly says, Drew, if you think Durham didn't plan on this happening, you're wrong as usual. He's just getting warmed up. He used Sussman and Libs because they're too shallow to see that. It's not the end. So there you go. Lots and lots and lots of topics. We've already covered about 2 or 3 of them. But the deal that we were talking about right off the bat, were you jumping into something? Because I was getting warmed up. I'm sorry.
I was just reading what the whole Drew thing.
Lufthansa flying out of St. Louis. Hey, that's great news. But the DOJ, all of a sudden, we want masks back on public transportation. Why?
I don't know.
Why? I've been begging, please show me.
Control.
Show me how the mask work.
Control.
Are they going to hand them out to us, the real ones that?
Well,
you mean the ones that work?
Yeah, not these cloth ones I see with fancy, logos. I don't care what baseball team you have wearing on your face. I want you to stop what's coming out.
Well, there's so
your
many
mouth.
wrong things that have been said about masks from the start to now. I mean, for all the people who, and if you want to wear a mask, fine. But the fact that you now have, as Chris thinks, it's the whole control aspect, because now, you don't have control anymore. You can't force people to wear masks. Just show the medical data where the controlled study has shown mask to eliminate COVID. Not, we think it is. We think it is, or we think that it's we think that it's going to work, or common knowledge, Vic. Come on. If you put a mask on, it's going to stop some. Here's the problem. There's actually the studies that are shown where it doesn't, because of the COVID particles, taking us back to day 2 on the show where the masks don't work.
Mm-hmm.
We already know our vaccines don't work to stop the spread of COVID. That's proven. We've already seen that over and over and over again. Just look at all of our double vax, double boosted people who are still getting COVID, even at the highest levels. We know all kinds of people who are getting COVID now, and people aren't dying like they were before. And of course, the people, unfortunately, that are, which really sucks for the family members or those who are really high in age or have those high comorbidities, and they had all the pre-existing conditions, taking us back to day 2 of this show well over 2 years ago. Why do we want the mask back? I just want to see the scientific data so we can end this once and for all. Hey, the masks are really protecting us all. I have yet to see it, and I've been begging. Nobody has brought not one shred of evidence of any study that's been done to show that the masks work. And then, as you bring up a great point, what mask are we talking about? Mm-hmm. Because then we also had, the CDC, who's given us all kinds of information, which you have to be very careful about because they're up and down and all around and in and out. And one day they're this, one day they're that. Also came out about 4 or 5 months ago saying, well, listen, you shouldn't wear cloth mask. Cloth masks really don't give you protection. It needs to at least be a surgical mask. So now they're saying, well, it gets some of the COVID particles. They switched their whole stance, but said cloth masks don't work. How many people you see now that still wear cloth mask?
That's all I see.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, all of the world drives me crazy because I feel like I'm cursed sometimes because I'm like, okay, God, you've given me this ability to see this way and that way. Do people not realize the stupidity that they walk around in on a daily basis?
No, and I'm
not
surprised.
On purpose. It's because of the media messages that get put out to all of us. And that's why I was like, be careful what you hear nationally. Stay local. Stay Fox 2. Stay Nexstar. My Lord. Where is this?
I don't know. I have no idea where it came from, but I don't agree with it at all. Like you said, all I see are cloth masks. So it's not going to do it.
Robert says, yeah, masks do hurt. They restrict oxygen. Michael Swan says the sheep will follow. Aaron says mask won't stop us, never have, unless you have a full respirator. Of course, we have talked about that. Jeannie says if anything ever does, it goes through with that again. I'm not wearing a mask. Joe Patterson says my doctor wore a cloth Buccaneers mask when I saw him the other day. That's sad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just because somebody has the initials DR in front of their name does not mean they're more intelligent than you. We have proven that on the show over and over and over again. In some senses, those of you who are actually out there studying everything when it comes to COVID, because the doctors, while they all have a great heart and they're in this and they're trying to do everything they possibly can, they weren't trained on COVID. The people who are trained on COVID is the everyday person who's been out there studying, listening, looking at all the stats. The doctors, because I've talked to several of them, and there's a couple of them that will admit it, go, we weren't trained in this in med school. We're busting our butts right now. We're busting at the seams just trying to take care of what we do now, much less have time to go study every little intricacy of COVID. And, of course, they get orders sent down the line. We've talked to all of the hospitals doctors about this. We've talked to the leadership. Mm-hmm. A cloth mask after what the CDC said. So it's once again the cafeteria choosing. Oh, I'm going to choose this and choose that.
Yeah, especially when I think
you can't just choose this and choose that. So I was just shocked. Robert says, Vic, it's all about mind control. I was just shocked to see that. Well, I shouldn't say shocked, but like, oh, okay, here we go again. The DOJ is now trying to get public transportation mask back because they lost because a judge in Florida ruled against it. Mm-hmm. And they lost, and they look bad, so they don't want to look bad.
You know, if people looked up the CDC website and they looked at like a lot of the things they suggest, I think people would be surprised at what we all do on a daily basis that they suggest we shouldn't do. So I just think it's funny that we've latched onto this one thing, that they said this on this one topic, and we should for sure. But they also say don't eat raw meat or red meat.
Yeah.
They say don't eat raw cookie dough. You know,
yep,
I know
do.
I do that.
That's a great point. And while we're talking about what the DOJ is trying to do, and of course, if anybody doesn't think masks are political, as we've talked about, and it's sad because I wish that they did help, and I wish there was evidence that showed undoubtedly mask help.
Of
so
course.
We wouldn't have to argue. We could say on the show, you need to wear a mask. It is protecting you. It would be great to be able to say that. But until there's evidence that shows it, we don't have it. We've actually got evidence and studies that show the opposite, especially according to Glenn, who just said 2 more recent studies show that they don't.
My friend said the other day, why can they give out free crack pipes, but they can't give us out free N95 masks?
That's a great point. And for those who listen to the show, you heard the story here. You won't hear it nationally, but the Biden administration gave out free crack pipes in one city because they thought it would help keep people safer from getting bad crack pipes.
So we're worried about that safety, but not the everyday.
Cedric says, the Center of Disease and Control, remember, don't forget, control is in their name. Great point as well. In the midst of all this going on, UCLA has now put back into place indoor masking on their campus. All right. Okay. What evidence are you pointing to? Well, we've had an uptick in some COVID cases. Well, as most things in life, everybody just a headline society. Let's do the deep dive. Okay. Where are all these cases going up? How are the people feeling? Are people really dying? You know, it's like, come on, break the stuff down. Mm-hmm. Remember the flu? The flu's knocking. It's over here, too. It hasn't gone anywhere. Michael says that's California for you, Vic. Troy Turner, masks don't provide any protection from COVID-19 virus. Sorry. We've started to see some of that again. Joe, when hand sanitizer and washing were de facto deterrents. Yeah, I remember that, too. So, man, that's kind of where we are right now. From the Facebook line, Anna says her pediatrician. How about this, Chris? And hey, more power to him. Still wears a mask plus a second clear face shield over the mask.
Damn.
We all have to wear a mask when entering the office still. Yeah, there you go. Eric Johnson just walked in the studio. Eric, good morning. Good to see you this morning. Glad you're here. But these are just some of the topics we're just getting into. That's the whole mask situation. We're going to get into all of that. We talked about the whole Sussman Hillary situation. There's supposed to be a debate between Jane Duker and Sam Page this week. We'll tell you why it's probably not going to happen though, and it's not Jane's fault.
We'll have Jane on. I'll play the role of Sam Page. How about that? I will be Sam Page on the air.
We'll tell you what Janet Yellen is now admitting about inflation. A former health official who tried to say DeSantis was lying about COVID numbers in Florida.
Not so much.
She was proven wrong. She was lying. But the national media won't cover it. Florida kicked butt. They still are, and whether you like the guy or not, the way DeSantis handled everything looks like a genius. Ask how New York's doing compared to Florida, how California's doing to Florida. We'll get into all that. And then in news that's terrible, David Lee Roth made a kind of an announcement yesterday.
What is wrong with you?
We got to come back with some David Lee Roth.
Why would you couch it like that?
Because it reminds me of Vince Neil trying to come back.
I'll give you that.
Eric Johnson's here. Chris and I, Crystal Cooper and Vic Faust and Fox 2. We're just getting started on the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Share the show. Back with much more coming up right after the break. You're listening to The Edge.
Edge morning traffic. A messy morning out there on the road. Some lingering delays getting across the Veterans Memorial Bridge for eastbound 364 drivers after an earlier incident just east of the bridge is clear. 70 eastbound, a slow go out of Lake St. Louis, and then a tap of the brakes heading across the Blanchard Bridge in the eastbound direction, making your way into St. Louis County. Northbound 270, a slow go from 55 up to Manchester in the Des Peres area. At 55, drivers have delays through the work zone. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge Morning Traffic.
The Edge Morning Show is coming right back.
Keep your resolution to quit cigarettes this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon. I Quit Vapor carries the salt nicotine systems, their latest juice flavors, and all of their pod systems. Let their staff explain why the salt nicotine system is so effective in helping you to quit cigarettes for good. It has a much smoother delivery and allows you to adjust the amount of nicotine intake. I Quit Vapor is still your one-stop shop for everything vapor. Keep your quit cigarette resolution this time. Go to I Quit Vapor, 852 Bryan Road, O'Fallon.
Get a grip on your finances with People's Bank and Trust's new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills with ease and all from the palm of your hand. Activate your phone today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Kelly Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, kbb.com.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at WeberChevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, WeberChevrolet.com.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
So you're not gonna wanna miss this. The deals at Kohl's right now are beyond epic. I just got some new bath towels for $3 each. Found the cutest kids' outfits for only $5. And got myself some tees and tank tops for just $7. But the best part? You don't need any coupons. Can earn Kohl's cash and get it all with free store pickup. Looks like April showers bring the flowers and the savings. Select styles. Sale ends April 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Shop in one place, O'Fallon Overhead Doors, for your residential and commercial garage doors and gates. As a locally owned, family-operated business, O'Fallon Overhead Doors provides 5-star service. Their technicians are not paid on commission, so they won't sell you something you don't need. Looking for a new door, a repair, or yearly maintenance? Call O'Fallon Overhead Doors on Continental Drive in Wentzville, 272-2722. Showroom open weekdays 8 till 4:30. Free estimates on new doors. Visit O'FallonOverheadDoors.com.
Hi, it's Julie again with Ben's Moving and Storage in Wentzville, Missouri, located at the intersection of Wilmer Road and Interstate Drive. We offer on-site security and 24/7 access. We are proud to have served as your one-stop shop for all your moving and storage needs since 1984. Right now, we are offering $25 off moving or a free month storage for new customers. For more information, visit us at bensmovingandStorage.com, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook for future storage sales. Ben's Moving and Storage in Wentzville.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. Thanks for jumping in with us on a happy Hump Day Wednesday. Happy June. It's June already, June 1st. It is June, baby. It sucks?
It sucks.
But
Did you say rabbit this morning?
What does that mean?
It's like a good luck thing.
I didn't know that.
Rabbit.
Educate me.
Rabbit.
So yeah, it's actually, I think the first person I saw do it was Sarah Jessica Parker, and she does it, and she'll post an Instagram story, and it'll be just a video, and then she'll just whisper rabbit, right? And it's supposed to get you good luck for the month. So the first thing after midnight, no, just the first day of the month. You said the first 2 things.
Every single month of your life.
Rabbit,
Every month. That's a good month.
Rabbit. Does it work?
Rabbit. Say it 10 times fast.
It's a fun thing we do in our family, at least. My son reminded me this morning.
Wiser. Okay.
I'll try anything. I don't care.
Yeah, of course you
I
will.
feel like summer's halfway over already. That's why
What?
my problem.
No.
It hasn't even started, but I know.
Summer's
June 1st,
halfway over. We're just now starting. We're
Okay.
getting into our good
I'll take
heat.
your word for it.
My daughter's counting 11 weeks till school starts. I'm like, what?
Well, something's wrong. Stop her.
She's-
Tell her to
she
shut
loves
that mouth.
school.
Isn't it a quagmire? Not a quagmire. That's the
something's
wrong
wrong with
word.
her.
That's the wrong word. Isn't it? I can't wait for football season so hard, but at the same time, I want football season not to show up because it's the end of summer. Is that a weird feeling? That's a weird feeling, isn't it?
No,
It's
it
like
could be.
you like, oh, training camp started. Wait a minute, summer's almost over. That sucks. Let's get to fall.
Yeah. By the way, we have the next supply chain shortage. What appears? Oh yeah, but this is quote the new normal. I know you hate that, but it is. We're going to have shortages, everything, and we're told that we need to accept them, and that it's normal. Life has changed, and you just need to accept it now. You've had a great life, and you're privileged if you want things the way they were before. Something's wrong with you, or you're selfish if you'd like to have the normal life that you did before.
Yeah.
The next shortage: movie theater popcorn. An executive.
No.
Yeah, an executive from Popcorn Supplier says supply's tight because we're having to pay the farmers more to keep growing popcorn rather than switching to more lucrative crops like soybeans. So it could already hurt theaters, which are already dealing with staffing issues and inflation. Oh yeah, inflation, which is only getting worse and worse.
It's getting bad.
Just don't run out of the butter, right? You put on top of
At
the
movie
butter.
theaters, as you know, the prices for refreshments and things are skyrocket. It's insane. You just kind of accepted it as humans that's what you're going to pay to go enjoy part of the entertainment experience, just like you would at a sports event.
The problem with
but that's how they profit, the movie theaters. That's where they make a lot of their money. It's not
they
from
do
the movies.
on popcorn. They do because the smart ones will bring their own damn Skittles in, and they'll put them in their purses, and they'll put them in their underwear.
Okay, so now you're
I'm on your side. I get it.
You're telling people to go ahead and cheat the system.
You didn't
Not
walk to the
cheating
pharmacy?
anything. It's not cheating anything. I
Oh.
just bought your $20 ticket to see Top Gun. I'm putting some Skittles in my pocket, and that's all there. The way that a movie theater makes money is off that popcorn, and I don't even like the popcorn. I just
They
like
make money
I
off
like
all
the
the
smell of
refreshments.
it.
Eric, they make money off all the refreshments.
I know they do.
The alcohol.
I'm not saying they
it's
don't.
not just the popcorn, candy.
I'm not saying they don't. But don't lie.
You buy a Snickers
Look at me.
and you're paying $5
Look
for
at
a
me in the
Snickers
face.
bar.
Look at me in the face. Don't lie. You have taken Skittles into the movie theater before,
I
haven't
have
you?
never
You're
taken
lying to
Skittles
me.
into a movie theater.
Well, maybe bottle caps then.
Not bottle caps. I've never
Something you have.
I've never taken Skittles or bottle
Bull
caps into a movie theater. Never.
Okay. But popcorn's the only one thing you
I might have
can't
taken,
hide.
I might have taken
M&Ms?
some chewing gum,
Okay, well, there you go. See, there you go.
which was in my pocket already.
Yeah.
No, I used to go to the pharmacy. That was just a short walk down the way from the theater. You know, my parents would
Yes.
drop me off at
Yes.
the pharmacy.
Keep talking.
And I would get candy there.
Yes, you would.
And then I would walk down to
Yes.
the theater. And then I would play that the fortune lady that said, "Give me a quarter, I'll tell you your fortune." Do
Yes.
you remember that?
I do.
They're
I do.
still around. I saw one in Florida last summer.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was such good memories.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've definitely done it.
Okay.
Guilty.
Or even worse, the people that bring the little liquors into clubs, the airline liquors, like the fireballs and whatnot. The ladies will put like gallons of that stuff in their purse, and they won't buy a drink all night long at the clubs. They'll go see their favorite band, and they won't pay for anything. They'll just they'll put those little shooters in there.
Women do that?
I don't want to reveal my sources, but my God, yes, they always will show up, and they'll be like, "You want a shot at the bar?" No, I got my own. Click, and they'll go get like a soda and just pour it in there.
No way.
Oh my God!
Huh.
And there's bands. Never mind. You know what? I'm going way down a path that I should just shut up.
No, that's all right. Because
No, I'm interested.
Hey, we get serious. The whole first segment was pretty serious, and we know we're up and down and all around as well. Speaking of bands, David Lee Roth, if anybody do you even know who David Lee Roth is?
I think so.
Oh my God!
I
love
think I
it.
know more about like him getting roasted than I think I might have
What do
seen
you
like
mean about him
didn't-
getting
didn't he
roasted?
Didn't he have a roast? You know where they like make fun of you?
Yeah, I know what a roast is.
Doesn't he do those?
He's not known for being roasted.
No.
He's known for roasting.
No,
That's what I mean, doing the roasts.
No, he was a wannabe musician.
Okay.
Are you? I have got to
I'm just messing with
excuse
Eric.
myself.
Should he
All right,
explain this to me?
David Lee Roth.
I know I'm the Van Halen hack on this show. I get it. I don't care.
You're
That's
Van
fine.
Halen. I'm Van Hagar.
To the nth degree, Van Halen arguably is the best band that's ever come out in as far as a rock band goes.
Until Van
Period.
Hagar. Until Van
Wrong
Hagar
answer.
followed.
David Lee Roth was the original singer. Have you ever heard of Van Halen?
Well, let me say real
hold
quick.
on. Ask her if she's ever heard of Van Halen.
He says he's making a comeback, maybe. And I was like, how do you say you maybe are making a comeback? That's just because he hates not being in the spotlight.
No, I know.
And
who
who's
Van
going to
Halen
go
is.
listen to David Lee Roth
A lot
at
of
70?
people.
What is he, 70 years old now?
Who is?
He's like, I might as well just walk because I can't jump anymore.
Oh, my God. That was very good, but it was not
Might as
accurate.
well scoot.
Look, the beauty of David Lee Roth is this. Back in the day, he was. So you know Van Halen, right?
Yes.
He needs to put his wig back on because
Fine.
he's bald now.
Okay.
And
there's always a place in PRL for David Lee Roth.
well, of course, do you think people would even know him?
I'm sure they would.
Crystal doesn't even know him.
I know. I'm shocked. I'm so shocked. David Lee Roth. Anyway, he's the original singer of Van Halen. He can't really sing anymore, and that's the problem with those 80s dudes, is none of them can really sing anymore. I was talking about this
I
the
bet
other
Sebastian Bach can.
Now, I was talking about this. Tell me what you think about this. So in platinum rock, in a lot of bands, they will use what are called tracks.
Mm-hmm.
The infamy of tracks comes with pop music. So like people like Britney Spears, if you're great on camera and you can record great music on an album, but you can't sing live on stage, you go out on stage in front of thousands of people and use tracks.
Right.
And you're not even singing.
Mm-hmm.
The first person I saw do that was Paula Abdul. Why don't you just have these 80s guys come back? You want to see them. You love their music. You know they can't sing.
Do it
and
that
just
way.
let them lip sync their shows.
Yeah.
Are you out or are you in?
I'm in.
I'm in too.
Yeah, I'm in. Why not?
Why not?
I saw Milli Vanilli at Six Flags about
Exactly.
25, 30 years ago, and I didn't care that they were.
Milli Vanilli, if
I
they were
didn't
still
care that
alive,
they were
if they were still
lip-syncing.
alive, they could make a multi-million-dollar tour. They call it the Lip
Have you ever
Sync
heard of
Legends.
Milli Vanilli?
Yeah, and they probably
Wait a
would've-
minute, time out.
Yeah.
You've heard of Milli Vanilli?
Yes.
She knew Milli Vanilli, but she didn't know who David Lee Roth was. That just shows you about society, Eric.
Can we move on
David
to something
Lee Roth
interesting
was not
like
that
COVID?
big. David Lee Roth was big in like 78.
You know, Milli Vanilli.
David
would've
Lee Roth
done-
was big forever.
They would have been great on TikTok. Honestly, Milli Vanilli was just too early. They would have killed it on TikTok.
That's probably
like,
a
What
good
a good point.
That is.
And he killed himself because of the pressure of being found out that he was a lip syncer.
Right, but that's all.
But that's
we
all they do now.
Wow. So
I
you're
wonder if
saying
they're
Milli
looking-
Vanilli created TikTok.
They were 30 years too soon.
They were. They missed the boat.
And they had their dances. My
Okay.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
they would have been great. The hair. Yes. I love it.
Chris, are we going to get kicked? I don't want to get kicked off. Are we going to get kicked off?
Yeah.
Be careful about
yeah.
playing the music with words. That's when
That's
we usually
hilarious.
that's when we usually get
That's
kicked off, and
hilarious.
then have to build
get
everybody
mad
back
at
up.
Anyway, on break, we're going to go through the whole catalog of DLR and show you how amazing he was.
Okay.
You'll love it. Trust me, you might find a new thing to be a fan about.
I like all music, so I wouldn't be surprised if.
I went and got 3 albums, the first albums I ever got, and they were at a store called Venture when I was a kid.
Venture.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And
Do you remember Venture?
I do.
Jump was one of the albums I got with David Lee Roth. I thought he was cool, and it was great. It's like, okay, you know, chick, you have your regular. The first time I had steak, and then when I heard Van Hagar, Sammy Hagar take his
Yes,
place,
yes.
then it was like having steak at Any Guns.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thank
Wait a
you.
minute.
For,
Wait a minute. I wasn't agreeing
You're
with that.
agreeing with me now.
So
This was a good one.
That's how when I heard David Lee Roth to Sammy Hagar, which is why I like Sammy Hagar better.
So
And you know how good Any Gun steak is.
Uh-huh.
So it was regular steak to Any Gun steak.
Gotcha. Now I understand.
It's not even crow.
What'd you do
Flip
when you
flip
first heard
that.
this song?
I thought it was awesome. That's why I
Yeah.
went and got the album with
I
my
thought
dad.
I thought I had to stick a 9mm in my
Oh,
mouth.
come
This
on,
was
Eric.
not freaking
I
Van
got
Halen.
the other 2 albums. I got a Kiss album because I thought they looked cool, and I got Lionel Richie, baby.
Anyway,
Oh
people
my God.
people are saying I've
Eric,
lost
you
my
didn't-
mind.
You didn't like the song?
No, I did not.
Oh, come on.
No, what? Eric.
Wait a minute.
No, here's the problem with Eric. He's that typical musician that, yeah, man, I don't like that music that nobody else likes.
No, I don't.
Because I'm going to find that little diamond in the rough.
No.
Okay, I apologize.
I know you go and listen to Unchained or Mean Street, and then compare it to this dopey ass little
This
thing.
blows away Unchained.
I don't. If only you guys could have seen that look.
You never know what you're going to get. You are listening to The Edge, the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. And Carol, every now and then we break down Van Halen. Eric Johnson.
I'm going to convince you before this show comes to an end.
Chris and
I will convince you of the goodness of the music that you guys missed.
No, I like some of it, just not Unchained.
Van Halen, 1983, when they came out,
too.
when they came out and they started playing Unchained in front of 18,000 people at the old Checker Dome, and my mind literally blew out through my ears. I was like, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
There's just
you don't play Van Halen at 4 dB. It has to be at 200 dB.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah,
it's all right.
I mean, if you like that kind of thing.
This is like
Back to COVID. How about that new variant, Chris?
This is like for some old dude or something.
They're
Well, I
definitely
qualify.
different. I hear the difference.
It's mean. It makes you want to get on the batter's circle and think you're going to put one out of the park.
It just sounds dirty.
If I was Albert Pujols, this is what I would come out to right here.
We can sum this up by what Aaron said. Am I the only person that likes both Van Halen versions? I do. I like them both. I really do. I just teased you about that, but I do like them both.
I like my music a little meaner, I think.
There's no doubt, especially Soundgarden.
Oh, God, yeah. Could you imagine? I've always wondered what it would be like to be on deck as a Cardinal and having outshined play before. And number 10, Eric Johnson, and come up to bat. Man, I would be like putting balls out of the park every single at bat if I could do that.
God.
And it
Every
would
single
only
one.
be Van Halen.
Oh, my God.
You'd only play Van Halen.
No, it'd be some Soundgarden every now and then, maybe a little Alice in Chains, a little Skid Row. All right, man, I'm sorry. Let's get back to Hillary Clinton. Damn.
Well,
Let's
the FBI
go.
released new data, and it's what we thought against
crook?
we already talked. The use of police force against released new data on police use of force against civilians. Well, the agency also released new data that shows 73 officers were killed in the line of duty in 2021 feloniously, nearly half of whom didn't even engage with their assailants before being attacked. There is a increase in 2021, a 10% increase, police being attacked for no reason than 2020. And they've already had almost 7,000 agencies submitting use of force data to the FBI this year, where people going after police officers.
Yeah.
It is up. There is a disregard for police, treating them well. We wonder why we can't. Last week, we did a story on the new police cadets in St. Louis City. There were like 10 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
There were 10 of them.
That's it?
What did the classes used to be?
Oh, they were massive. We're hundreds of officers short in St. Louis City.
Well, yeah, who the hell would want to work there?
But like, I would have never thought to go after a cop. I just don't understand where they're even getting this thought process of that. Like, it's equal.
Her name is Kim Gardner, okay? And the mayors of these progressive towns, and I think that you guys will agree with me. I hope you guys will agree with me. The mayors and the DAs of these progressive towns, it's open season. Basically, when George Floyd happened, or even before that, Michael Brown happened, these prosecutors like, look, justice needs to be served. If you guys commit the crime in our progressive cities, you will be out in an hour. And that's the message that runs through all these gang members. They run whatever it is. It is not. They do not feel like there will be any repercussions.
Right.
If you could get $1 million stone just by walking into a store and you knew there's no repercussions, would you not think about maybe going and stealing $1 million stone? That's the same with officers. Officers now are looked at as the bad guy. They are the villain in this George Floyd story, right?
Okay,
Correct?
so then the whole gun thing scares me because let's say they want to take the guns, but out in the county, right? They're gonna come, they're gonna knock, they're gonna tell me to hand over my 9mm. But what if somebody commits a crime in the city with one? Are they gonna?
They're not after the criminals.
That's what I'm
guns.
saying. So if we're gonna be treated different in the county, but these city DAs are going to say, oh, well, he had it on him, but he didn't use it. Let's like mark it down. Then, I mean, that's
But
not
they do
fair.
use it. That's the problem. They do use them.
Displaying a weapon is up the largest, according to the new data in regards to civilians using a weapon against police or showing police.
Right, but are there not
Police
doing...
killed 1,100 civilians in these incidents in 2021.
John Parker's a moron.
Why?
And I say,
Why do you bring-
say
why
that
do you bring-
lovingly.
why do you bring him
because
up all of a
John
sudden?
brings up that Tashara Jones and the DA don't work in concert together. If they don't, then there's a problem. Because Tashara Jones is the boss of the cops. And she could lay down a policy right now, John Parker, that says the cops are bringing you in. We are going to put task force together to stop this crime. This is game over. If you do something, we're getting your ass. And I'm speaking in third person as Tashara Jones. Once Tashara delivers said criminal to said jail, John Parker, then you have Kim Gardner saying, if you did a crime and this cop over here says you did it, you're not getting out of jail. And we're going to push the book at you and to the fullest extent of the law. St. Louis will be known as a crime-free city, whether you like it or not. So, John, to say that the mayor and the prosecutor don't work in concert together is the most foolish, dumbass thing I've ever heard anybody say in my life. And you're running for the job.
Or is he saying
you
it's
are
broken?
running for the
No,
job?
I think he's saying it's broken.
What you say, some of that is right, but I'm also going to tell you some of what John says is right.
It's the messaging behind
However,
it. It's the messaging.
here's
It's the
where
fact
John-
that an 18-year-old kid knows that mayor is coming after me, and that prosecutor is keeping my ass in jail.
Well, here's
period. So I can see if you want to go down the
you're both right.
The logistics
No, you're
path.
you're
fine.
both right, but the problem is this.
I'm just tired of people saying this
You
garbage.
look at things from a logical standpoint. A perfect situation is the mayor, the circuit attorney, and the police chief all working together. That's a successful relationship.
Correct.
It's not. It doesn't have to be forced though, where the mayor has to go in and have a working relationship with the circuit attorney, because the circuit attorney is an elected position, just like the mayor
It's like
is an elected
it's like this.
position.
It's like a quarterback and a tight end
The mayor
have
is
nothing to
not-
do with each
but
other.
the
But if they
mayor-
don't work
yes,
together, there's no
yes.
completed
But
passes.
yeah, exactly. But the mayor did not hire the circuit attorney. The citizens did.
Fine. Fantastic.
However,
but
the
guess
mayor,
what, Vic?
Let me finish the point, though. This continues on. However, the mayor does hire, guess who? The police chief.
Exactly.
And then the police chief, and we already know St. Louis City, and I don't know how it got turned into St. Louis City. I don't know.
No, because this is the passion. St. Louis
Did
City
you-
is
you
the
made
passion.
this about St. Louis City
Well,
again, or-
you brought it up. The cops are getting attacked at a record numbers, and it's unbelievable. And you're absolutely right that when in the history of this country did cops become a target? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's...
Come on, man. Especially in St. Louis City.
Well,
Especially in the
it's
city where
easy.
crime is just
No, it's
gone.
easy to know how cops became a target, because you had a minute few in incidents who did stupid stuff that they should have been locked up for, that would have showed racial bias, and that's the problem that you had. That's how it started. Then you start to see video show a minute few doing horrible things to people that didn't look like them, and then that gets out there. And then, of course, you bring into the whole society how we don't care about life at all anymore. And we've talked about that a million times on this show.
Yeah. John, I don't know, man.
That whole,
Dude,
but
I
that
like-
whole three, they all need to be working together. But
it's no. Here's
but the mayor does not have.
It's almost like you're making. Okay,
over
I'm
the
going to give you an
circuit
example
attorney.
of why you're
But the
kind of
mayor-
wrong.
But the mayor does oversee the police chief.
I'm going to give you a tiny little example why you're a little bit wrong. So, St. Louis City, if you have a nice car or even a car that's about to fall apart, I recommend you don't drive downtown. The potholes are out of damn control. The mayor, even though she doesn't open up the truck door and go pour the asphalt herself, she does have the ability to make some motion to get the potholes fixed, regardless of what that is.
Yeah.
It's the same across
because
the
the people
board.
who are in charge of the potholes are not elected, Eric. That's why you were wrong.
Okay, I'll give you that. I will give
Well,
you
yeah.
that. I'll give you that. But Tashara and the prosecuting, the circuit attorney's office, they can get together, have lunch, and say, we're done with this. What can we do together? And go on camera maybe even and say, we're done with this. Here's what we're doing collectively.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Wow,
but it's not force or part of the necessary.
I don't give a damn if it's
John Parker says Eric Puddle's out of control in St. Charles too. Yeah, they are.
You got that right.
But guess what? Their prosecuting attorney and their police work together.
That's right, man.
So and they don't have the situation that St. Louis City does, according to Eric. I'm just being fair, calling out the scorecard all the way around.
And
most of the crime that's happening in St. Charles County is coming in.
You got that right again.
From other places. It's not.
This is a community that wants law. This is a community that wants order. This is a community that was faced with disruptive behavior down in St. Charles. The mayor, our DA, everybody came together and said, we're done with this. We're shutting it down. And that's how you handled it. St. Charles has done a great job on law enforcement. Right. They just have. So, John, you have no solutions. None. Well, St. Louis, he doesn't, Vic. Don't help him out. He has no solutions. He never comes to the table. And I love talking to him. I think John's a great guy. And I hope that he does finally wake up one day and go, Eric, you're damn right. We have got to come together with some solutions. As he said, it's a process, Eric. I don't give a damn about no process.
I know
you're in an emergency situation.
No, you don't get it. You don't know how things are run. You live in a Pollyanna world where it would be great. Yes, I want to live in your world. But if I lived in your world, I wouldn't get anything done.
I'll explain.
Meaning that you think, oh, you should do this and you should do that. No, there are restrictions, right or wrong, that are put on everything in this life that we live in.
I don't know what that means. You basically say if
it should be like, you should go do this and do that.
Why not? What's the problem? I don't understand what the problem is. Does that just means that the leadership in St. Louis is the wrong leadership to have elected? Did you know that the polling I'll just change subjects real fast.
You can't talk about St. Louis City until you go live there.
I'm going to give you one poll that relates to St. Louis. Inflation. They asked the American population, what do you think is the number one cause of inflation? Do you know what the number one cause was? Poor leadership.
Yeah. Guess what?
Poor leadership.
Because there are certain protocols that are put in place, rightly so or wrongly so, that you have to follow. It's the same with the legal system.
I don't know what we're arguing
It's the same with business.
I really don't know what we're
It's the same
about.
with regulations in business. It's the same with red tape. Yeah, Eric, all of those things are in place. You just don't say they're gone. Poof, gone. Oh, I'm going to go do this, go do that. You have to work within the parameters that are already there, whether you like the parameters or not.
I've worked for companies before where a CEO came into a failing business and turned it around within 2 months.
Okay, that would be great. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight. We're late to break. Chris Cooper and Vic Faust of Fox 2. We'll tell you with Janet Yellen. Oh, yeah, she admitted her wrongs yesterday about inflation. Blow your mind. We'll tell you what Biden's backtracking on the whole handgun situation now.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll see. Gosh. We'll get into it. We got a lot to get to. It's the second hour of The Edge right after this. The fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Share the show. Don't go anywhere. Jump in on the Facebook line. We'll try to get your comments in there as much as we possibly can. AP reporting Sammy Hagar's making a comeback as well.
He's already come back.
That's just good. Back with more right after this. Your news headlines. And, of course, your birthdays.
Edge Morning Traffic. Good morning from the Viper Traffic Center. Finally, traffic moving again after a pretty rough morning on the roads. St. Charles County drivers are on the move on I-70 and 6440. Little bit of slowing northbound Highway 61 just north of the Winsville area. And an earlier accident, 6440 eastbound at Lindbergh, has cleared. Still a little slow back to I-270. 270 northbound delays from I-44 up to Manchester. And 55, still a slow go through that construction zone. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge Morning Traffic.
Wake up. The Edge Morning Show.
Please leave a message at the beep.
Hey, it's fun. Remember me? Miss you, buddy. Look, I know it's been a minute, but we gotta get the fam back down to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. They've got 3 of the top 5 water coasters in the world. Remember getting soaked on Mammoth and Cheetah Chase? Or screaming down monster roller coasters like Thunderbird and Voyage? Tickets are still at holidayworld.com. Oh, the kids want to say something. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Conrad Bellman at Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters. Right now, we're buying any pre-owned vehicles. At Bellman Carnection, we will take anything on trade: farm, house, truck, cars, and SUVs. Bring into a Bellman pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or van today. The inventory is always fresh, so hurry in before someone else buys the one you want. Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters at Highway 70 and 370, where you will never pay the max. Online at carnection.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, it's Shanny for Mascots Bar and Grill, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place to watch the game with friends, Cardinals, Blues, whatever, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a place for happy hour, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. Heck, grab some friends, get a table, and play rock and roll bingo every night and twice on Saturdays at Mascots Bar and Grill. You can win some great prizes. Seriously, great prizes at Mascots for playing rock and roll bingo. And it's absolutely free to play. Wednesday night is ladies' night, and you won't believe the specials they have going on there. Come by for lunch. They're the home of the legendary lunch special. You go tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want that big old burger and fries for just $5, and they're going to give it to you fresh and hot, just the way you ordered it, and it's so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. If you go once, you will go again and again. Mascots Bar and Grill, home of the legendary lunch special.
Now another hour of the Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles and KYRO AM and FM Troy. The Edge Morning Show.
You work from home, and now home can be anywhere you want with an RV from Bill Thomas Camper Sales. RV travel is the ultimate social distancing for your family, and you know what you have with you and where it's been. For 55 years locally, family-owned, Bill Thomas Camper Sales has had the highest quality for every budget, and they have guidelines in place for your safe shopping experience. Travel in comfort and safety with a visit to Bill Thomas Camper Sales in Wentzville. For details, hours, and directions, go to btcamper.com.
Spectrum Glass is known for their quality work on windshields, but they do so much more. Spectrum Glass also specializes in residential, commercial, and automotive window tinting. Reduce the heat, reduce the fading, and increase your comfort with professional window tinting from Spectrum Glass. Serving St. Charles and surrounding counties since 1995, Spectrum Glass is still your premier company for windshield replacement. And with free mobile service, they come to you. 636-294-1800 on Facebook and SpectrumGlassOnline.com.
Viper Weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray on this Wednesday. It's the first day of June, and we have a slow-moving cool front overhead with scattered showers and thunderstorms today, but no all-day rain. There's actually going to be a fair amount of dry time. It's cooler, 80 for the high, but we watch the skies. Tonight, scattered showers and thunderstorms around the front, still hanging, 60 for the low. Thursday, the front starts to push off to our south and east. Kind of a mix of clouds and sunshine, nothing more than a spot thunderstorm. Really tough to find Thursday, but it's a little cooler, 75. Friday, sunny and 78. Saturday, sunny and 80. Sunday, partly sunny, maybe a spot storm, 82 to round out the upcoming weekend, the first weekend of June. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
Whipper River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Time to take a look at your news and sports headlines. It's 9:01 on this June 1st. Happy June. Dave was just talking about the weather. Hopefully it gets a little bit better as the week goes on, but we do have some good news coming out of St. Louis this morning. Non-stop travel from St. Louis Lambert International Airport to Europe back in action today. The first flight for Lufthansa Airlines
It's on its way.
is flying to Frankfurt 3 times per week, once on Wednesdays, once on Fridays, and once on Sundays. A big ceremony taking place at the airport today. It will include a trade delegation of nearly 30 St. Louis business leaders. The first flight will be greeted with the water cannon salute. So that's good news there. The big inaugural Enjoy Illinois 300 NASCAR Cup Series race is this Sunday at Worldwide Technology Raceway. It is a major event thanks to track owner Curtis Francois, the Bommarito team. Well, Curtis Francois noticed graffiti along the interstate in East St. Louis along the route to the track. It wasn't a pretty picture, in his opinion, for visiting race fans. So he worked with these St. Louis community groups, and you know what? This is how you get things done. He should be the mayor. Teasing John. IDOT. He worked with IDOT to get it all cleaned up, and he did. The workers removed the graffiti and replaced it with special murals. That's how you get things done. That's how you work together. O'Fallon, Missouri gets a new police chief today. Daneski's retiring. You've also got, let's see here, Cardinals getting business done yesterday. They're on a little bit of a roll. They're 7 games over 500. That's a season high mark for them, which is great news. Adam Wainwright he had one of the best pitching games he's had in years last night against a really good lineup. Gallegos, your boy Chris, screwed it up in the 8th inning, gave up 2 runs, took away
home run.
But they came back and won. Albert Pujols had 2 RBIs, including the game winner. And Colorado in the Western Conference Finals last night took care of Edmonton 8-6.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. That's right. I served you cake. I'm Peggy. Pull your leggy. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go.
Happy birthday to all of our June 1st babies. They fall under the 3rd sign of the zodiac of Gemini. These individuals are chatty, they're witty, they like to draw a crowd of admirers towards themselves, and a Gemini born on this day will become restless easy. So keep that in mind when I tell you this list.
Is today your birthday, Eric?
I'm Aquarius.
So actor Morgan Freeman, he's up there. Any guesses?
Oh, dear God.
Come
70.
No,
further?
he's in his
Up.
80s. I guarantee he's in his 80s. Guarantee
I'd
it.
say 80,
He is in his
87.
80s.
85.
Yeah, I knew
Yeah,
he was in-
very close on that one. And you know what? I heard about him recently. He has turned his property into basically like a bee farm. He is a beekeeper now.
Do some study on beekeepers. I'm not kidding when I say this, not to interrupt. Beekeepers as a profession live longer than any other
Absolutely.
profession, and it has to deal with the pollination from the bees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and from sunlight, life from one plant to or one flower to another.
That's awesome.
There's a lot of research that shows it's like way better than Botox. If you let yourself get stung over and over, they do it rejuvenate. No, there's a woman. I read this whole story. I'm hijacking your segment. I'll shut up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I got to hear about this, though.
Let's do that. Yeah.
What if it's like
we're
murder
touching on
hornets?
that.
I'll bet murder hornets are even better.
They have COVID in them.
Oh.
Model Heidi Klum turns 49 tonight.
Oh, Heidi.
Yeah, she's on America's Got Talent
I
now,
know.
but she started off on on Bravo, right?
She
Doing the
started off
Project
on the runway.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she did.
Singer Alanis Morissette turns 48.
Bitter pill.
Actress Amy Schumer is 41. And we also have Tom Holland. Do you know him? He's the new Spider-Man. He's
Yes.
26.
Is he the one that's in the one with the Avengers?
The newer ones
The-
with Zendaya.
Okay.
and-
Yeah. All right.
How about Terry Polo? I don't think you're going to know who she is, but you
No.
would recognize her
Who?
as Pam Burns Fokker in the
Watch
Meet
your
the
mouth.
Fockers movies.
Yeah. Watch your mouth.
I love that. We have a basketball player, Nick Young. He's played for the Wizards, and he's with the Lakers right now. Sophia Hublitz is 23. She is on Ozark, if you guys remember her.
Yeah. Oh, I just saw the hotel for that down at the lake.
Yeah.
Where they made that.
And then how about 75 for our buddy who is Ronnie Wood, right?
Well, the Rolling Stones.
And then if I could squeeze in really quick 2 dead birthdays. Andy Griffith was born today in 1926, and so is Marilyn Monroe.
How about that?
Happy birthday.
Yeah, big list today. Big list.
The Edge Morning Show. Yeah, we know we don't start as early as the other shows because we're a lot smarter.
Guess what?
We are in a new month of June.
Where are your shoes?
This day, June 1st, National Go Barefoot Day.
Where are my shoes? You won't need them.
Not today, you won't.
Running around barefoot.
No shoes.
National Go Barefoot Day.
Hope y'all don't mind my bare feet.
What's with the bare feet?
Some of us like to work on our bare feet.
No place for bare feet.
Depends on how well your feet smell.
Flip those off. Let those puppies breathe a little bit.
Go Barefoot Day.
Showtime.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Crystal Cooper, and Vic Faust at Fox 2. Oh,
It's
yeah.
my day.
Why is it your day?
I love being barefoot
Okay.
all the time, as much as I can. Yeah.
Barefoot, Blue Jean Night. You know that song? You probably don't even know that, do you? You ever heard of Jake Owen?
No.
God,
No.
nobody in the room knows who Jake Owen is?
Who is
It's a country guy.
Yeah.
Well, just because it sounds country.
No, you gotta love Jake Owen because he's a guy.
It doesn't sound like a French horn player.
Jake Owen.
Owen, the night on the French horn at the St. Louis Symphony. Come here and play the French horn.
No,
No.
that's not Jake Owen. Jake Owen was a pretty damn successful country singer. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that the successful country guys I've never heard of?
Yeah, because-
Never!
Because you don't like country.
I love country.
No, you don't.
I've heard of Luke Bryant.
Yeah.
Is he a thing still?
Yeah, he still shakes.
Okay.
He still shakes it for me, girl.
Okay.
He does. Oh, my
Anyway.
God.
Anyway, getting back
Uh,
to Nancy Pelosi.
What you don't realize, Crystal, and Eric, I think, was biting his tongue. Eric doesn't like to see feet or bare feet.
On planes.
As a matter of
on
fact.
planes.
Just on planes.
Just on planes. You are hijacked for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours.
And you got somebody
And you-
smelly.
Yes!
Well, see, my feet get cold on the plane, so I don't ever do that
That's
anyway.
not.
I
I'm
wear
not talking
tennis
about you.
shoes.
I'm not talking about you. I know you wouldn't do that. You're classy. But there are people, and they don't have any foot hygiene, and they walk on there with those, and they walk on those planes with those Birkenstock sandals.
No, when Chris walked in with sandals once,
That
Chris had those fugly feet. those
God.
ugly, fugly things.
Like if you look like your talons could pick something up out
Oh,
of the
my
river.
If you, and they always have toe fungus.
Chris had Ewok feet.
Ewok feet. And then-
Hobbit feet.
And then it's always like when you see them getting ready to get on the plane, and you're just worried for the entire time that you're in the waiting, and then you give your ticket, and they're right behind you, and you're like, it's like playing roulette on the roulette table. Where's the ball going to fall? And sometimes it falls right next to you, and they take those Birkenstock sandals off on the plane, and it is 2 hours of hell.
I think it might be the Birkenstocks that smell though too, right? Those like
It doesn't matter.
I can't believe you.
Just wear
What-
shoes on the plane, people. Do it.
Okay. You can jump it on the Facebook line, 100.7 The Viper.
They can't even argue with me on the Facebook line. They know I'm right.
Ew, I don't want to think
They know
about
I'm
that.
right.
How nasty the airplane
There's a-
floor is.
I don't
Ugh.
mind people's feet, though. I really don't.
Vic.
But you know what's weird?
Yeah, but you don't fly anywhere.
No, I do fly. I don't fly long trips. I told you, I travel regionally as much as anybody because of the sporting events. Although those days are coming to an end soon, thank God, after this summer. No, I do fly, Chris. I fly a lot, and the feet thing, they don't bug me. I'd
Maybe
rather
we'll
look.
Get us a
I'd
ticket
rather
on
look.
Lufthansa and go to Germany.
I'd rather look at somebody's feet than
We'll
hear.
see if you like somebody's feet.
I'll be fine with that.
Do it, Chris. We're
But
sitting in the
I'd
Hamburg
much-
with the, and you'll be in the center
They
seat.
got, they got toenails that'll reach out and
Yes,
grab you.
and then they chew on them when they're on their way. On the way
Okay, now you're
when they're going over the poles.
now you're making it like 5-year-old.
I don't
humor.
care what you say. Some people do that.
I would much rather look. Okay, this is a. Would you rather?
Hmm.
I would much rather
It's like Fear Factor.
look at somebody's feet
Okay.
than having to listen to them chew or chew with their mouth open and making all kinds of noise.
But here's the problem
Because
with
I've
that. They
seen
don't
that
chew
on
for 4
flights, too.
hours. They're chewing for 4 hours?
8
No,
hours.
man.
Well, what are
10
the feet are just sitting there?
And you have to. You know what, man? I'm sorry I even brought it up. You brought it up. I just finished.
No, you and our disgusting listeners are making it gross. On
It
the
is
Facebook.
disgusting. Look, protocols. I tell you what, you make people wear a mask, make them cover their feet.
Oh, jeez.
How
I know that
about
was
take the
coming.
mask? How about take the mask and cover their feet with the mask? There, we're all winners.
Chris,
You know what that
those
means?
like international flights though, where they give you. I flew to Taiwan.
Yeah.
And they give you sandals, like slippers, full on slippers. So everyone takes their shoes off.
Bingo.
And they
Slipper's
put
okay,
on the
though.
slippers.
Bingo.
But I mean, that's like so.
Bingo.
Would you care if everyone was taking their shoes off to put slippers on?
No.
Bingo.
As long as I don't
You
have to
just
look
put
at your feet.
Put the damn slippers on.
Amy says COVID toes.
COVID. Exactly. We're solving problems on this show.
Or as Jeannie says, they're popping their damn gum. That's far worse than people with their feet exposed.
We're solving problems on this show. That's all we're trying to do.
I don't think we've solved anything.
We've solved some problems, Vic.
We've brought some things to light that you don't like feet, and that's fine.
There's a lot of people that don't like feet.
Have you ever seen pretty feet?
All the time. There's foot models.
All right. So you're all right.
Doesn't mean they don't have toe jam in there. Okay. Let's get back to something important.
You had to say that. Nobody else. You said that.
Like Lent.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I wonder how good his feet look.
What?
I wonder how good his feet look.
I do not want to see Eric's feet.
He's
You want to?
so particular about
No.
other people's feet.
Because I'm respectful. Because I respect you.
Right.
I respect you.
That is interesting, though, because there are people who do like feet. I'm not one of those people. I just don't mind feet being out.
Okay.
We did a commercial. It was a promo to watch our Super Bowl event when I worked in Detroit for our morning show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the camera angle, it had me like on the couch, like we're in pajamas, so I didn't have shoes on or socks. And Eric, I have nice feet. All right?
I'll take
My
your
feet
word
are
for
fine.
it. I'll take your word for it.
Well, the shot came up and it showed my feet because I have big feet.
What is that? Never mind.
They're large. So the shot pans up. I started getting emails from people. Oh, you have nice feet.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And I was like,
I knew
no,
it.
I don't. I was
I
like,
knew it.
And it was weird
Yeah.
and it was engrossing. And I was like, oh my God, there are
Yeah.
people that really like feet.
Okay.
So now you're second thinking about those people. You're
No.
like,
No, I hadn't thought about that until then.
Vic's
since
going to
Eric
be in
had
his suit and tie tonight on camera with his feet up on the desk, barefooted.
that would be great.
Barefoot.
Ladies, let me tell you about North St. Louis shootings.
No, we were joking. That's not even funny.
Let's throw to sports.
Not even funny. Okay, you said you wanted to do the switch. Here you go. We talked a little about what was happening, but Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau yesterday came out in a press conference. It looks like it's going to pass.
Well,
Where you're not.
But didn't his dad? I was trying to look this up yesterday.
We don't know who his. I'm just going to tease.
Okay,
Go ahead.
There's rumors about who his real dad is.
Oh, well, the one that was in office, though.
Yeah, that's the one who technically is called his dad.
But he basically made it, extremely difficult to get a handgun back in the day anyway. So
That's
I
right.
don't even feel like what Trudeau's doing, it sounds like it's more of like a grandstanding, like, oh, I'm doing something. But really, it's been pretty difficult to get a handgun in Canada for a while.
Robert Peterborough already went. All I had to say is there's been questions. Do side-by-side pictures. There has been a rumor for a long time that Fidel Castro is his real dad.
Oh, my
Okay, I'm looking this up right now.
And as soon as I even made reference to it without saying anything, Robert jumped in and said Castro.
Wow.
Just look it up. Just look it up. And then look at the facial structure. And then you go back. And then you tie it into some of the things and the policies and some of the things that Castro was trying to do in Cuba. And I'm not trying to get off the beaten path. Just don't have your head in the sand all the time.
I got a fantastic idea.
You have to filter a lot of things because there's a lot of, quote, conspiracy theories, rumors that are nothing.
That
They're
is the
nothing
craziest story I've ever heard in my life.
I can't believe you
Fidel
never
Castro is Trudeau's pop. Who's the mom?
I know. My computer has stopped
When did she go to
working.
Cuba?
Do a side. Carl even says, do a side by side. Just look at some of the facial features and structure.
So
you may see something you may not.
So what was? I can't remember Trudeau's dad. He was the prime minister for a minute up in Canada. I got to look that up. I don't. Wow. Sometimes my mind gets blown so hard on this show that I can't even put another thought. Yeah, I know.
We
you
know.
know.
We
I
know.
knew that was coming. That was fair. I opened myself up to that one. But I have an idea.
Robert says Trudeau's wife allegedly had an affair in Cuba.
In Cuba?
Yes.
Wow.
Because
socialism, communism back then. It wasn't even socialism.
Their family
it was
was
communism.
close. So, I don't know. We don't know for sure. It was just one of those rumors that's out there.
What a crazy ass story.
If I can get my computer to work,
Look,
I will
But he came out. This is what blew my mind with the soundbite yesterday. He flat out said, you don't need a gun unless, and maybe one with just a couple bullets in it for hunting or doing sports. He refused to say you need one for self-protection. And I started to think about the women I know, not even the men, women who carry a gun and women who have protected themselves and homeowners who have protected themselves with guns, and God knows what would have happened to them. He said that you don't need one for protection.
Oh, wow.
I'm
That's
like,
what they're for.
that blew my freaking mind.
Yeah.
This prime minister? I'm like, did anybody else just hear what he said besides me?
No, that's not okay. That's the
I don't know.
only reason a lot of women have a gun.
But Drew says he's right. We always value other people's opinions, and sometimes Drew's negative a lot because he's different. I can't believe that Drew doesn't think people need a gun for protection. That blows my mind.
Step down.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were talking about how is this country going to divide itself? Because it is. There's no way that someone, it's okay. There's no way that someone like you, who's probably conservative, I don't know for sure, but you seem conservative.
Mostly.
That there's no way that a uber liberal agendas you would ever subscribe to. You'd be like, no, I'm out. There's no way I'm going to let you socialize my life. I don't want that. Mm-hmm. And there's no way that someone who's conservative that wants to own their own business and they want light taxes and they don't want to rely on the government is going to be able to convince someone that wants socialism. It's just not going to happen. And this country right now is 49.9 to 50 or 49 point. It's right down the middle. Why don't we just send people that want to, and like Drew Collins goes, he's right. Man, if you're liberal, let's open up that Canadian border, and that side of the border is completely liberal people. This side of the border, it's just patriotic, loving Americans. We just go about our day. We want baseball games. We want a strong military. We want a border that's secure, that we know who's coming in and going out. We want things. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You have a perfect solution in Canada. It's beautiful in the summer. It is amazing up there in the summer. It is. It really is. The people up there are very passive. They are. I could totally see Canadian. Vic, have you ever been to Canada?
Yeah, I lived in Detroit. I haven't been.
Then you know that people are very passive.
They're very passive.
They don't.
But they're even more passive than what the United States.
Oh God, yeah.
Was for a long time here. But they're easygoing people.
They're easygoing, and if you said, "Look, guys,"
up until recently,
I could totally see just the Canadians I know. I could totally see them going, "Look, guys."
Oh yeah,
and you would do
let's go find a hockey bone.
Yes,
go play some hockey.
We're going to take your guns away.